Okay, so let's go over the triads. So first, we need to remember our formula, which is volume equals the area of our base times our height. So my base is a square, and so the area of a square, we have length times width. So we replace that giant B with the area formula for the base of our object, our prism, and then we multiply it times our height. So we have 4 times 4, because that's my length and width, and then my height is also 4, so times 4. So 4 times 4 times 4 gives me 64. So I have 64, and then don't forget those labels. So we have feet cubed. And that is our answer. So again, we are going to look at the base and height. Now we find the area the exact same way, or not the area, sorry, we find the volume the exact same way. So even though it looks like it's kind of slanted to the side here, we still find it using the same formula. So our formula is volume equals the area of our base times our height. So we're going to take the area of our base, and the area of our base is still going to be length times width. Oh, I see that there's no numbers at the bottom, but remember, whatever is happening at the bottom, it's the same as the top. And so here is one of our measurements. That's our length. So we have 8.5. And then our width is actually the height of our rhombus, which a rhombus is just kind of like a rectangle, and then you pulled a corner and it kind of slanted the whole thing sideways. So 8.5 times 5, and then we're going to multiply it by our height of our prism, which is 6. So now keep in mind this part right here was the area of this top part, and then the height is right here. So this is our height. So we have 8.5 times 5 times 6. And we get 255. It's in centimeters. And then we make it cubed to show that we found the volume of that shape. All right, so now we're going to find the volume of a triangular prism. So the difference between a triangular prism and a rectangular prism is the base. So the base of a rectangular prism was always a rectangle, while a triangular prism, our base is actually a triangle. So even though this figure here looks like the base is a rectangle at the bottom, we actually are going to think of it like the base is this triangle. It's just sitting on the wrong side. And so for this, we use the same formula. However, we have the area of our base times our height. Well, our area of our base is now 1/2 our little base times our little height times our height of our actual prism. So think of it like this, like a slice of pie or a piece of pizza. The triangle is actually on the bottom here. And so we have the height of the triangle, which is 2. And then we have the base of the triangle, which is 5.5. And these two numbers here are what we are plugging into the first part of our equation. So we have 1/2 the base, which was 5.5, times the little height of our little triangle, which is 2, times the height of our overall piece of pie, which when it was laying on its side looked like this. But now we know that this is actually 4. So times 4. And we're going to plug all of that into our calculator. So 1/2 base times height. So I'm going to do the base times the height. So 5.5 times 2 divided by 2, because we want half of that, times 4. So we get 22 inches cubed for our volume.